The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Hello, Cougar Nation, and welcome to live coverage of Averett University softball here on the Averett Sports Network. We got a great one for you today as the Averett Cougars take on the Brevard Tornadoes here from Cougar Field in Danville, Virginia. It's a sunny, beautiful day here, and it's a great day for softball. Temperatures in the high 50s, low 60s for today, so very good weather-wise compared to what we've seen a lot of this spring. And Cougars coming in today's matchup with an 11-6 record. They still haven't played a game that's counted towards conference play. Brevard, meanwhile, 8-11 overall, and they are 2-0 in the USA South Conference. This game, even though they are both in the USA South Conference, counts as a non-conference game because they are in different divisions and as part of crossover play, something kind of new this year. Cougars coming into today's game, coming off a pair of wins at Ferrum College on Wednesday. Cougars beat the Panthers 3-1 and then won 5-2. Brevard, meanwhile, played last night at home against Shenandoah University. The Hornets won the first game 6-5 and then took care of the Tornadoes 9-0 in 6 innings to complete the doubleheader sweep. So that's where the two teams stand coming into today's game. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you here on the Averett Sports Network.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
Welcome back, fans, and we are ready for starting lineups here at Cougar Field. We'll go through Brevard's starting lineup in batting order. Leading off and playing shortstop, Olivia Presley. In center field, batting second, Sarah Lollier. At third base, Emily White. The DP today for the Tornadoes, number 14, Mary Cook. Pitching today, wearing number 7, Michaela McCoy. At first base and batting sixth, number 24, Olivia Paulden. In right field and wearing number 11 today, Jocelyn Folkers. In left field, wearing number 9, Lauren Dow. Behind the plate, number 32, Marissa Henson. And in second base in the flex spot will be Savannah Jones. Head coach for Brevard is Bob Lowe, and he's assisted by Britton Miller. And for the Cougars, their starting lineup in batting order at shortstop, number 16, Caitlin Aheron. And in right field, number 13, Erin Rankin. Batting third and catching, number 12, Anna Coleman. Batting cleanup and pitching today for the Cougars is Hannah Thompson. Zamaya Mangum in the 5 spot playing in left field. Nicole Cawthon at first base. Brianna Murphy batting 7th and playing DP. Katie Sullivan getting the start today at second base and batting 8th. And at third base and batting 9th, Casey Cook. And in the flex spot for the Cougars in center field is Taylor Hodges. Cougars, of course, coached by Natalie Riegel in her first season as a head coach, third with the team. She's assisted by Allie Reed and Summer Robinson. We're going to pause for the national anthem. We'll be back with first pitch. And welcome back as we're about ready to start game one of today's doubleheader between Brevard and Averett. Leading things off for the Tornadoes will be Olivia Presley. We just got word there are a couple of defensive changes here for the Tornadoes, so we'll get to those when they get out to the field. But Presley will lead things off here. She'll face off against Hannah Thompson, the phenom freshman. First pitch misses for ball one. Thompson, freshman righty, comes in with a 6-2 record. First pitch, or that pitch, a strike after the ball to start the game. Thompson with a 1.91 earned average. That leads the Cougars pitching staff. She's pitched in 36 2/3 innings with 38 strikeouts, which also leads the team. And gets strike two there. So 1-2 count here to Presley. Thompson coming off a gem on Wednesday at Ferrum, where she pitched a career-high 11 strikeouts in the victory over the Panthers. And she gets her first strikeout here today as Presley goes down swinging for out number one. That'll bring up Sarah Lawyer. And the first pitch to Lawyer is a strike. Thompson with the pitch. This ball popped up over our heads in the press box. Thompson, a freshman out of nearby Pelham, North Carolina, went to Bartlett Yancey High School. Teammates with her catcher, Anna Coleman. And the fastball high and outside for ball one. She's facing off against Lawyer, a sophomore out of Delaware. And a swing and a miss, and that's two down on strikes here to start the first inning as Hannah Thompson continues to deal. That'll bring up Emily White. White is sophomore out of Shelby, North Carolina. And first pitch misses high and inside. Wind blowing a little bit from right to left. And Thompson misses the zone there. 2-0 the count. Cougars wearing their all navy blue jerseys with gold trim. Brand new jersey set this year. Brevard, meanwhile, in their all black with royal blue lettering. And White gets a hold of that one, fouls it back to the backstop for strike one. Brevard 8-11 on the season, 2-0 in the USA South. Coming into today. And swinging, and she just got a piece of that one, but right back into the glove of Coleman for strike two. So that'll even the count here. This ball popped up, and Katie Sullivan makes the catch behind second base for the third out. So quick work made of the Tornadoes, and the Cougars will get their chance to bat here in the bottom of the first when we come back on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless here. And Caitlin Ahern is leading off for the Cougars. We had a little bit of a delay there in between inning, the top and the bottom of the inning, as Brevard pitcher Michaela McCoy stepped wrong, and so she had a few extra warm-up pitches to make sure she was okay, but she is ready to roll here, and the right-hander first pitch misses the outside corner to Ahern. Initially, the lineup had Mary Cook as the DP and Olivia Paulden at first base, but they are actually swapped. So now Cook is playing first here for the defense for the Tornadoes. And that one misses high here to Ahern, who comes into today's game leading the team with a 500 batting average among the people that qualify, as that one misses high as well. Obviously, Erin Rankin leads the team overall with a .652 batting average. She's on deck, but she does not qualify for the number of games. She had to miss a couple of games for injury. So 3-0 pitch finds the zone there as Ahern was taken all the way. And so it'll be 3-1 here. Due up here for the Cougars, Ahern, Rankin, and Coleman, and Thompson to follow should somebody reach. Ahern, back-to-back player of the week in the conference, and she's going to draw the leadoff walk to get things going here for the Cougars in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Erin Rankin, who was the USA South Rookie of the Week. Rankin had a really solid effort against University of Lynchburg, including hitting her first career home run. Ahern on the move, first pitch, ball thrown down to second. It scoots down there, but Ahern slides in behind the tag, and it'll be a stolen base. And she's in scoring position here for Rankin. Rankin has 9 runs batted in. As I mentioned, she's missed the last 6 games. But back in the lineup today. And crushes this one foul out of play to the left side. Rankin, a freshman out of San Bernardino, California. One of a couple of Californians on this Cougars roster. And the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and Rankin goes down on strikes. So with one away, that'll bring up Anna Coleman. Coleman's been swinging a hot bat as well. She's batting .385. And is tied with Ahern for the most RBIs on the team with 13. Coleman has 3 doubles and a home run this season. That pitch misses low and inside. One 0 pitch, misses high. Defense playing at normal depth. Shading Coleman to pull a little bit over towards shortstop. And she hits it over to third base. Ahern has to stay put at second. And Coleman grounds out 5-3 for out number 2.
Now batting for 15, Hannah Thompson.
That'll bring up Hannah Thompson. The freshman has had a solid season as well, batting .314. Has 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run with 12 runs batted in. She was named the USA South Rookie Pitcher of the Week the first 3 weeks of the season. But has also been an offensive threat as well. She'll look at strike 1, though, here from McCoy. This ball laced through the left side, and Ahern's going to head home. And Thompson gets the RBI single to put the Cougars ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting for 23, Zamaya Mangum.
Third baseman Emily White had no shot at that one. She got her glove up. I think it might have tipped her glove a little bit, but that ball was hit so hard she didn't have much time to react, and will go down as an RBI single for Thompson. And that'll bring up Zamaya Mangum. Freshman coming off a 4 RBI game against Ferrum. Had 2 sacrifice flies and a 2-run double against the Panthers in that second win on Wednesday. Freshman out of Creedmoor, North Carolina. A little check swing there right back to the pitcher. And that'll be it for the Cougars, but they do score 1 run. They take a 1-0 lead here into the second inning when we come back. You're watching Averett Softball on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning. The Cougars lead the Tornadoes 1-0. And leading things off here for Brevard will be Mary Cook.
Now batting for 14, Marie Cook.
That ball fouled out of play. So 0-1 count here from Thompson. Little off-speed pitch catches Cook off guard. And in there for strike 2. That pitch a little high and outside from Thompson. Wind starting to blow out towards center field now. It's not a very gusty wind, but it's steady enough that if somebody gets a ball up in the air with a little power behind it, it could find its way in the trees. 2-2 count. Ball popped up into right center field, and Rankin catches it on the run for the out.
Now batting number 7, Michaela McCoy.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Michaela McCoy. Facing off against her counterpart. First pitch misses high. Thompson won the first meeting between the two counterparts, getting the RBI single to put the Cougars on the board in the last half inning. And McCoy gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. So 1-1 the count. McCoy batting 438 on the year. Certainly one of the top hitters for the Tornadoes. And looks at it, strike two on the inside corner. And fouls off that one, stays alive. McCoy has 14 hits on the year, including 4 doubles, has 8 runs batted in. Ball popped up and over the net. So they'll do it again. 1-2, they count to McCoy. And that pitch, fastball just a little high. Not a bad location there by Thompson. This ball popped up toward right field, and Rankin makes the catch just before she got to the line in fair territory for the second out. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Olivia Paulden. Paulden batting .323, has 10 hits, only 31 at-bats on the year for Paulden. She does have a double and a triple. Fastball misses high from Thompson. Cougars, of course, at home today. Only the second home date so far this season. They swept Bluefield earlier this year. As Thompson finds the zone there, so 1-1 the count. Ball popped out of play. Averett back in action tomorrow on the road at Eastern Mennonite up in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That'll be a 1 p.m. start. Oh-2 pitch from Thompson. Tries to catch her off guard with the changeup. And she's way out in front of it and fouls it off to the left. One-two pitch, fouled back to the net again. Paulden staying alive. And that one a little too far inside, and that one will plunk Paulden on the knee. And she'll reach here with 2 outs.
Now batting number 11, Jocelyn Folkers.
That'll bring up Jocelyn Folkers. She'll have a little meeting with head coach Bob Lowe. Paulden at first base runner today for the Tornadoes. And bunt shown by Folkers, but she fouls it off. Folkers batting .282 on the year. Has some speed. She has 3 triples, 7 stolen bases. Both of those among the leaders for Brevard. She'll foul that one out of play. So 0-2 the count. And Thompson gets her looking for the third out. Third strikeout of the day for Thompson, and the Cougars will go to the bottom of the second with a chance to add to their lead. They are up 1-0 over Brevard.
For Brevard in top of the second, 0 runs, 0 hits.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Nicole Cawthon will lead it off here for the Cougars. She'll face off against Michaela McCoy. McCoy came into today's game with 50 2/3 innings pitched, had 33 strikeouts, and a 2.49 earned run average. She'll face off against the lefty Cawthon. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. Cawthon swinging a hot bat as well. She's batting .351 on the year. Has 3 doubles and a homer. Fastball misses high. 2-0 the count here to Cawthon. Cawthon, a junior out of Belmont, North Carolina. Lays off the drop ball there. 2-1 count. And Cawthon gets a hold of that one and fouls it off to the left side. She's a little late on that swing. And lines it right to the shortstop, as Olivia Presley will make the play for the first out. So that'll bring up Brianna Murphy. Murphy in the DP slot today.
Brianna Murphy.
Murphy has 1 hit on the year and 11 at bats. Has also scored a run. Ball popped up over towards first base, and good effort there by Cook, but unable to get to it. A little muddy from the rain we got yesterday. Off to the side. Of course, the main part of the field was tarped, but over toward the dugouts, it is a little bit more moist. And the 0-1 pitch to Murphy. That's a strike on the outside corner. The 0-2 pitch. And Murphy hits this one over to third base. An easy 5-3 put out for Emily White. So with 2 away, that'll bring up Katie Sullivan.
Now batting number 22, Katie Sullivan.
Sullivan, a freshman from Roxborough, North Carolina, batting .286 on the year. Hasn't had too many batting opportunities. She has pitched quite a bit this year, but this is only has 10. Only 7 at-bats, official at-bats. Does have 2 hits on the year, though. Ball popped up out of play behind the plate. Sullivan does have 3 runs batted in, so she's made the most, including a home run. And looks at a strike there. So 0-2 hole here for Sullivan. And she ropes that one, almost hits head coach Natalie Reekle. Did a little sidestep. So 0-2 still here to Katie Sullivan. McCoy looks in. And this ball hit out into deep left field. That could be trouble. That's off the scoreboard. Katie Sullivan with a home run to make it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Sullivan's second home run. And she's excited as the team meets her at the home. And there's some talk there. The ball hit the net on the scoreboard, so it rolled back into play, but obviously it was well out of here. And Sullivan gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead here for Casey Cook. Cook having a solid junior campaign, batting .200, has 8 hits. She's got 2 doubles and a triple. Two-0 counts, and this one popped up over toward the Averett dugout, but gets down before it can be caught. Two-one pitch. Ball popped up in the infield. And McCoy will make the catch coming toward home plate for the third out, but not before the Cougars add another run on this Katie Sullivan home run. They lead 2-0. We'll go to the third when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. Cougars lead Brevard 2-0 here in game one of our doubleheader.
Now batting number 9, Lauren Dow.
Lauren Dow will lead things off. And Dow looks at strike one from Hannah Thompson. Dow, the center fielder. Drives late on the bunt, pops it up behind the plate. Good effort there by Anna Coleman, just couldn't quite locate it. Oh and 2 now the count. And that one misses high. Thompson with the windup and the pitch. Just missed the outside corner, much to the dismay of the fans here at Cougar Field. This one lined right back to Thompson, and she reached back and snagged it out of the air for the line out. Great play there by the pitcher. And that will erase Lauren Dow. And that'll bring up Marissa Henson, the catcher, batting into the 9 spot today for Brevard, here with 1 out. Big swing and a miss there for strike one. Another big swing and a miss there. Going back to that line drive caught by Thompson. When she's not pitching, she's usually playing shortstop, so very capable fielder. Also played outfield in her time at high school. The 0-2 pitch. Little chopper, middle, tough play. Scoots by Ahern. And will be an error on the play.
Now batting number 2, Olivia Presley.
So top of the lineup coming up for Brevard, Olivia Presley at the plate here with 1 out and 1 aboard. Looks at strike one. Presley batting just under 300 coming into today. Shows bunt, pops it out of play, foul. Oh and 2 now the count. Pitch from Thompson. And fouls that one over toward third base. Presley stays alive. Casey Cook gave chase, but it's kind of off the end of the bat and didn't really have a chance at it. Oh, 2 pitch. Thompson misses high. One-two count. And another ball fouled back to the net. So Presley staying alive here. Fighting off a couple pitches. And that ball knocked foul. 1-2 still the count. Presley lays off that pitch, misses outside. 2-2 now. Cougars middle infielders in double play depth. Infield in just a tad. This one gets by Cook over at third. Ahern, tough play, and it will be a hit.
Now batting number 20.
Nowhere to go there, just slow roller. Once it got by Cook's outreached arms over at third. And Averett head coach Natalie Rieke will come out and have a chat with her battery mates. Runners on first and second, one out here for Brevard. Prime opportunity for the Tornadoes. At the plate will be Sarah Lawyer. Lawyer struck out in her first at bat, but batting .293 coming into today. Lawyer is among the team leaders. There are 3 players for Brevard that have 11 runs batted in each. We do have a pinch runner at second base. So Summer Wilson now pinch running at first base. So pinch runner at second base and a runner at first base as well for Lawyer. Only one out on the board for the Cougars. That pitch a little low. Bunt shown, that drops down, and it will be a 2-4 putout on the sac bunt, as second baseman Katie Sullivan was covering on the play. Does advance both runners here with 2 outs. That'll bring up Emily White.
Now batting number 21, Emily White.
And a fastball on the outside corner from Thompson. Not a bold strategy here for Brevard, sacrificing out, but you do put 2 runners in scoring position with your number 3 hitter at the plate. And she'll foul that one out of play, so she's in an 0-2 hole here. And the pitch missed outside. Good location there from Thompson. Didn't give her something to hit, but close enough that it could have been a borderline type pitch. So 1-2 now. And the ball popped up over to shortstop. Ahern makes the catch, and the Cougars get out of the jam unharmed here in the top of the third inning and keep their 2-0 lead intact. We'll go to the bottom of the third when we come back. Cougars coming to the plate.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Caitlin Aaron will lead things off here for Averett as they're back to the top of the lineup. Aaron scored the first run of the day after reaching and stealing. Back and coming home on a single, but she'll ground out to third base here for the first out.
Now batting number 13, Aaron Rankin.
That'll bring up Aaron Rankin. Rankin struck out in her first at bat of the day. And looks at strike one there. Rankin, as I mentioned, the reigning USA South Rookie of the Week. And looks at another strike on the changeup. Good off-speed pitch there by McCoy. Ball popped up over to the left side. That'll get out of play over the Averett dugout. Oh, 2 pitch coming to Rankin. This one hit out into the gap in right center. And going to be caught there by the right fielder, Jocelyn Folkers.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 12, Anna Coleman.
That'll bring up Anna Coleman. Little pop-up, great play there by the third baseman. Emily White ranged back over behind third base to make the catch in foul territory for out number 3. So the Cougars held off the scoreboard here in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the fourth. Averett leads 2-0 over Brevard. And welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Averett with a 2-0 lead in Brevard here in game one. And Mary Cook hits this one out to center field. Taylor Hodges had a little trouble with it. Looked like she took a few steps back and realized it wasn't going to make it that far and came back and got it. So good adjustment there by Hodges for out number 1. So that'll bring up McCoy. Looks at ball one. One-0 pitch from Thompson. Misses low as well. And a good fastball in the inside corner from Thompson. Finds the zone. A little high on that pitch, so 3-1 now the count. Paulden due up next. And Thompson comes back with a nice pitch across the plate. So that'll run the count full here. And a little bouncer right back to Thompson. An easy play for out number 2. So Olivia Paulden will come to the plate.
Now batting for 24, Olivia Pullman.
Paulden was hit by a pitch. And first at bat, but looks at ball one here. That one fouled back to the net. Thompson looks in, 1-1 the count. Pitch on the way, and another little ball right back to Thompson. She couldn't field it cleanly, but makes the easy throw to first in time for out number 3. So once again, Brevard held scoreless in the 4th. And Averett will go to the bottom of the inning to see if they can add to their lead. They lead 2-0 over the Tornadoes. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hannah Thompson will lead it off for the Cougars. She had an RBI single back in the 1st inning in her first at bat. And McCoy misses high on that pitch. Looked like she just lost her grip on it and held onto it a little too long. Trying to catch Thompson off guard with the first pitch changeup. Thompson chops that one foul to the left side. Thompson now tied with Ahearn and Coleman with 13 runs batted in this season after that, driving in that run in the first inning. 1-1 pitch. This one hit out to shortstop. And the shortstop, Olivia Presley, couldn't quite get to it in time, so it will be a single. And that'll bring up Zamaya Mangum. Mangum grounded out. And this one's crushed through the left side again. So back-to-back hits over to the left side for the Cougars. That'll move Thompson up to second base here for Nicole Cawthon.
Now batting number 21, Nicole Cawthon.
So Cawthon steps in. She flew out in her first at bat of the day. And a big swing and a miss there by Cawthon. Owen won the count. Infield straight up. And Cawthon, a big swing there, but can't catch up to it. Playing Cawthon to go opposite field. Center fielder a little bit towards left field. Left fielder over a little bit closer to the line. So a little bit of a shift there. And Cawthon lays off the high fastball and misses for ball one. After Cawthon, it's Bree Murphy due up next. This ball hit out into left center field. Could be trouble, but going to be caught by the center fielder, Lauren Dow. Ball hung up in that wind just a little bit. She looked a little unsure, but able to field it cleanly for out number one.
Now batting number 11, Brianna Murphy.
So Bree Murphy steps in here. One out and a chance to add to this lead. Murphy grounded out in her first at bat of the day. And that pitch low and inside. Murphy, a junior out of Kernersville, North Carolina. Fastball misses high. 2-0 the count. And another high fastball, so 3-0 count here to Murphy. Murphy will probably have the take sign on from head coach Natalie Riekel. And time is called. As we're going to have an infield meeting here with the whole team and head coach Bob Lowe. Natalie Riekel going to take this opportunity to talk to her team as well. As Thompson and Mangum aboard here for Murphy. Katie Sullivan in the on-deck circle. She, of course, hit the solo home run back in the second inning. So we're ready to roll here. Murphy steps back in. 3-0 count. And the pitch right down the middle for strike one. Murphy taking the entire way. Now she can still be a little selective here. Has to be her pitch, otherwise let it go. She still has another pitch to play with. So 3-1 count. This one lined out into left field. They're going to send Thompson, and she will score. RBI single for Bree Murphy. Makes it 3-0. And I believe we're going to have a pinch runner. So we'll see. Looks like Taylor Hodges, the flex, is going to go in for the DP.
Sullivan.
So Taylor Hodges on the pinch run for Bree Murphy. Hodges, of course, playing center field in the flex spot. And Katie Sullivan at the plate. Of course, she crushed a solo home run off the scoreboard. And with one out and 2 runners on, she has another opportunity here to help the Cougars out. Little check swing. Didn't go around, but it was a called strike, so 1-1 the count. Sullivan, her home run back in the second inning, only her 3rd hit of the year, but 2 of her 3 hits are home runs. She had a 3-run bomb at Berea. That's efficiency, taking advantage of your opportunities. Time called. They're going to wipe off the plate. Sullivan lays off a high heat. And makes it 2-1. And this one hit opposite field. That's going to fall foul by only about 3 feet. That would have easily scored 1. Sullivan nearly dropped it in opposite corner. So 2-2 now the count here with 1 out. And fouled back to the net. So 2-2 the count. And changeup misses high. That'll run it full. Casey Cook due up next for Averett. And Sullivan goes down swinging on a good pitch there by Michaela McCoy. That's McCoy's 2nd strikeout of the day.
Casey Cook.
And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Casey Cook. Cook lays off a high fastball for ball 1. This ball hit out into second base, and Savannah Jones almost clipped her foot on the edge of the grass in the outfield. Nearly lost her balance and trip, but she holds on to it. Great play there by the second baseman. But the Cougars add another run to their score. They lead 3-0 through 4 innings. We'll be back with the 5th when we return on the Averett Sports Network.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
We go to the top of the fifth inning. Averett holding a 3-0 advantage on Brevard here in game one of our doubleheader. Hannah Thompson continuing to have a good day in the circle. She'll face off against the 7, 8, 9 hitters here to start things off, beginning with Jocelyn Volkers. And the ball popped out of play, foul. Thompson threw 4 innings, only 1 hit allowed, has 3 strikeouts. Oh, 1 pitch, dropped down for a bunt. Not sure if she got a piece of it, but it was a strike. Oh, 2 pitch, waste pitch, fastball outside. Goes for ball 1. And Volkers goes down swinging for the first out of the inning, 4th strikeout of the day for Thompson. That'll bring up Lauren Dow, the center fielder. Strike called on the first pitch from Thompson. Cougars playing Dell to slap here. And she does right back to the pitcher, Thompson, and a quick throw to first in time for out number 2. Marissa Henson coming to the plate. Henson 0 for 1, but reached on an error. First pitch of ball. Thompson looks in, the windup and the pitch. And fouled. This is the first ever meeting between these two teams. Of course, Brevard just joined the conference last year, but they did not face each other. And they had never faced each other prior to that. As Henson, big swing there, missed on the outside pitch. Brevard was Division II, and they, along with Pfeiffer, dropped down to Division III when joining the USA South. So not quite full members of Division III just yet. They're still in the transition process, but beginning this year, they counted towards conference play. They're still not eligible for postseason play, however. 2-2 pitch, and Coleman unable to hold on to that one. Two counts, off-speed pitch, and everybody thought it was strike 3 except for the umpire. Instead, full count. And Henson goes down swinging anyway for the third out, so 2 strikeouts by Thompson in this inning. And the Cougars will go to the bottom of the fifth, trying to add to their 3-0 lead over Brevard. And top of the lineup coming up here for the Cougars in the bottom of the fifth inning, Kaylin Ahern at the plate. Ahern 0 for 1 today with a walk and a ground out. And a run scored along with a stolen base. Looks at strike one. A 1 pitch. Ahern lays off the high pitch there, so evens the count at 1-1. And strike called there, and Ahern taking on the pitch, so 1-2 the count. That one way outside. So 2-2 now to Ahern. Ahern with a team high 24 hits on the year. Chops that one and rolls foul on the backspin. Ahern with 5 home runs on the season, creeping up closer and closer to the program record, only as a junior. Only a few away. She's 2 away from tying the mark, which I believe is 19 for a career. Two-two count here to Ahern. And swing and a miss there for strike 3. That'll bring up Aaron Rankin. Rankin 0 for 2. And mashes that one foul. That got out of here in a hurry, but way out in front of it. And that one fouled. Over to the left side again, so 0-2 here for Rankin. Michaela McCoy, 5-4 on the year in the circle. She's pitched really well today. Just Cougars able to add a few runs here. And Rankin hits this one through the left side. Tough play there as the third baseman, Emily White, ranged over, and the shortstop, Olivia Presley, couldn't quite get to it either. Right in the middle of them. And so the one out, Rankin is aboard here for Anna Coleman. Coleman 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. She'll pound that one foul down the third baseline. Outfield playing the shift a little bit for a pull. And Coleman fouls that one out of play to the right side. Huge gap in right center. And left center for that matter. Oh, 2 pitch. Coleman lays off the high fastball. Shortstop Olivia Presley playing the pull, so there's a huge gap up the middle in the infield as well, especially to that side of second base. Of course, the second baseman, Savannah Jones, shading up the middle just a little bit to cover on a steal. As that pitch in the dirt, 2-2 the count. This one hit into left field. That's going to carry foul to the warning track. The left fielder Sarah Lawlier gave chase, but unable to get to it in time before it dropped in. So just a long strike. Still 2-2 here for Coleman. McCoy gets the pitching call. She'll look in. And the pitch. That one in the dirt. And Rankin wisely still second. So full count now here for Anna Coleman. Runner in scoring position with Rankin on the move. And Coleman lays off a high fastball outside, and she'll reach with a walk. And so 2 aboard here for Hannah Thompson. And Thompson has a chance to help her own cause. She did so back in the first inning with an RBI single, get the Cougars on the board. Now Averett with another opportunity to score here. 1 out, 2 runners aboard for Thompson. This one crushed, but just a little bit foul. Rankin 3 for 3 on steals, so she's got a little bit of speed. Coleman has to be hitting the gap somewhere for maybe her to have a chance to score or get by an outfielder, but time called as we're going to have a meeting in the circle. Thompson was batting .314 coming into today. Again, tied for the team high with 13 runs batted in. This one hit deep into left field. That could be trouble. Back to the wall, and it's in the trees. Hannah Thompson with a 3-run home run And the Cougars lead 6-0 over Brevard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hannah Thompson with her second career homer. And she's met at the plate by her teammates. Just a good piece of hitting there by Thompson. And we may see a pitching change here. We're going to take a break. We'll let you know if there are any changes when we come back. And welcome back. We got some changes here. Coming in to pitch from second base, Savannah Jones. And now at second base, Brittany Franks. And the first pitch from Jones misses high and outside. Another pitch high for Savannah Jones. This is her 10th appearance. She's pitched 21 2/3 innings with a 3.55 earned run average. Does have 9 strikeouts. And misses the zone there, so 3 straight balls to open the bat to Zamaya Mangum. Here are the bases clear after the 3-run home run by Hannah Thompson. And Mangum smashes this one down the left field line. And she'll get a double down the left field line. So Mangum had the green light on the 3-0 pitch, and she crushed it. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Cougars. It's going to be number 18, Elena Lewis. Lewis making her 9th appearance in a game. She has 15 at-bats coming into this at-bat. Only 1 hit on the year, but she does have a run batted in. And we do have a pinch runner as well for Mangum. It'll be number 8, Micah Patterson. So the volleyball teammates who also play softball together trade places.
For the Cougars, number 18, Elena Lewis.
So Cougars electing for some extra speed here with a 6-0 lead. Lewis at the plate. This one hit out to shortstop. And it'll be a 6-3 put out. Patterson has to stay put at second here. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Bree Murphy.
now batting number 11, Brianna Murphy.
So Murphy steps in. That pitch gets away, and the runner will advance on I believe, a pass ball. Believe the pitch was a strike. So now another run at third base if Murphy can reach here. 1-1 the count. And that one not in the zone, so 2-1 now the count to Bree Murphy. Katie Sullivan on deck for the Cougars. Should the inning extend? Murphy hits this one down the right field line and goes foul at the last second. So 2-2 the count here to Murphy. This one hit out into right center field. That's going to drop in and score a run, and Bree Murphy will try to make it a double. And stand-up RBI double by Bree Murphy makes it 7-0. And Katie Sullivan at the plate. It looks like we might have a pinch runner for Bree Murphy. And we'll see, might be Bree Harris pinch running for Murphy. And it will be.
Cougars number 5, Bree Harris. And
So,
now batting number 22, Katie Sullivan.
you might be asking why pinch run in this situation, up 7, but if Bree Harris is able to come in from second base and score, the game is over due to the run rule. Sullivan looks at ball 1. In softball, if you're leading 8-0 after 5, game over. This one hit deep into left center field to the wall. And will be an RBI double by Katie Sullivan, and that'll be it. That's it, folks. Katie Sullivan with a walk-off RBI double. And the Cougars take game 1, 8-0 in 5 innings over Brevard. So the Cougars improve to 12-6. Brevard now drops to 8-12. And that'll be it for game 1 here. Hannah Thompson gets the win in the circle for the Cougars. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have game 2 for you in approximately 25-30 minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to live coverage of Averett softball here on the Averett Sports Network. Going to Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Cougars and Brevard College. Averett, of course, won the opener 8-0 in 5 innings, and we're getting ready to start Game 2 here. Taylor Bailey getting the start in the circle in Game 2 for the Cougars after a masterful performance by Hannah Thompson in Game 1, where she allowed just 1 hit, struck out 5 in the win while improving to 7-2. Cougars lineup here in Game 2. Caitlin Ahearn at third base, Erin Rankin in center field. Hannah Thompson moves to shortstop. Anna Coleman behind the plate. Zamaya Mangum had 2 hits in Game 1. She's in left field. Katie Sullivan also had 2 hits. She's playing first base here. And Bree Murphy had 2 hits, stays in the DP spot. Brianna Harris in right field gets the start in Game 2. And Casey Cook moves back to second base. Taylor Bailey, of course, in the flex spot, pitching today for the Cougars in Game 2. It'll be Olivia Presley leading things off here for Brevard. She'll be playing shortstop. Leading off is Sarah Lawlier. Then Michaela McCoy at first base. And we're underway here. First pitch from Taylor Bailey misses for ball 1. So Bailey with the windup, little chop over to third, and it's going to be fielded foul by Ahearn. Bailey comes into the game with a 3-3 record, a 2.04 earned run average. And a nice pitch there, but just missed the outside corner. Not much of a strikeout pitcher, but she does have 12 strikeouts in 24 innings, so averaging a strikeout every other inning this season. And 2-2 count here to Presley. It'll be Presley, Sarah Lawlier, and Michaela McCoy, who's initially listed in the first base spot, but she will be switching and going to the offensive player role, also known as the DP. And will be a looking third strike, so Taylor Bailey starting off strong here with the strikeout. That'll bring up Sarah Lawlier. That pitch fouled away down the left field line. Again, these two are conference opponents, however, not a conference game. Part of the crossover play, so it doesn't count towards your conference record because you don't play everybody. As that one lined down the left field line, foul. Brevard in the West Division of the USA South Conference, while Averett is in the East Division. So the Cougars have played a couple West Division opponents already this year. They split with Maryville. They swept Berea. And I've already taken one here today from Brevard. So technically they start conference play against Mary Baldwin on March 20th. A 1-2 pitch here, hit right back to Taylor Bailey. She'll field it, throw to first in time for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the DP, Michaela McCoy, who pitched a solid game before running into trouble in the fifth in Game 1. She took the loss. First pitch to her, misses high at the letters. One-oh pitch Misses inside as well, so 2-0 the count. Cougars defense out in outfield. You got Mangum in left, Rankin in center, and Bree Harris in right field. That one misses the zone as well, out on the outside. So 3-0 the count here to McCoy. Infield for the Cougars, Ahern at third, Thompson at short. Cook moves back over to second, and Sullivan getting the start at first base. And a fastball right down the middle for strike one, as Taylor Bailey trying to battle back here. The junior from Stem, North Carolina. And a beautiful pitch there. It gets McCoy to swing over top of it. And that'll run the count full. And a beautiful strikeout there by Taylor Bailey. And she gets 2 strikeouts in the first inning. And she looks like she's on her A game today. Cougars will go to the bottom of the first inning. We come back looking for a chance to get on the scoreboard. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in Game 2. Kaylin Ahern will lead things off here for the Cougars. Went 0 for 2 in Game 1, but did have a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. So this ball hit out into right field. And caught there by Jocelyn Folkers for the first out. That'll bring up Aaron Rankin. Rankin did have a hit in the last game. First game back after missing the previous 6 games. So Rankin steps in here with 1 out. That pitch misses way high. Looked like it got away from Allie Grace Hartman, who gets the start here in Game 2 for the Tornadoes. Hartman 1-1 on the year. As this one popped up over toward first base, and it's going to be caught by Mary Cook. And that'll bring up Hannah Thompson, batting .352 on the year, facing off against Hartman. Hartman's got a pretty solid earned run average. For the freshman, she's pitching with a 3.05 ERA in 18 1/3 innings. 9 strikeouts on the year as well for the righty. First pitch to Thompson, misses low for ball one. Hartman, a freshman out of Lawndale, North Carolina. And Thompson hits this one over to third base. Good play over there by Emily White for the third out. And so both teams held off the scoreboard here to start things off in the first inning. We'll go to the second inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning. Mary Cook at the plate. Looks at ball one in the dirt from Taylor Bailey. Beautiful day here in Danville, Virginia at Cougar Field on Averett's North Campus. And a big swing there by Cook. Nice to see some blue skies after, feels like all the rain we've gotten in the last couple months. And Cook looks at another called strike. 1-2 the count. Pitch from Bailey and gets her for the third strikeout of the game. Taylor Bailey straight dealing here for the Cougars. And that'll bring up Emily White. White, third baseman, sophomore out of Shelby, North Carolina. And pitch across the plate. White went to Crest High School. Foul zone off to the left side. Crest High School in Shelby, also the hometown and high school of former Averett women's basketball standout Ashley Washington. Oh, 2 count. This one hit out and under the glove of Ahearn. And that'll go down as an error.
Now batting number 11, Jocelyn Folkers.
So one aboard here for Jocelyn Folkers. And a bunt laid down. Sullivan fields it, throws back to Cook, who's covering first for the 3-4 sacrifice bunt. We'll move the runner out to second base with 2 outs for the catcher, Marissa Henson. That pitch misses low and inside. And fastball misses high. Two-0 pitch coming from Taylor Bailey. And finds the inside corner with a nice pitch. That one misses low, so 3-1 the count. And a called strike right down the middle. And that'll run the count full here to Henson. And a big swing and a miss there by Henson, and Bailey gets another strikeout. She's got 4 on the day through 2 innings, and the Cougars will come to the plate when we come back.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Anna Coleman at the plate. Batting .370. So Coleman steps up, facing off against Hardman. Coleman looks at strike one. That pitch misses on the inside part of the plate, just off the edge, so evens the count of 1-1. Coleman went 0 for 2, did reach on a walk in game 1. She looks at ball 2 there. This one hit out into deep center field. That's going to be over the head of the center fielder. And will be a double as Lauren Dow could not corral that one over her head. I don't think I lost it in the wind, but it falls in for a leadoff double for Coleman for Zemiah Mangum, who comes to the plate after 2 hits. Mangum, the freshman, crushes this one into deep left center field. That one's going to find its way over the fence, and Zemiah Mangum has her first home run of her young career. A 2-run shot to put the Cougars on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. And Mangum, the third home run today for the Cougars.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 22.
Mangum's one of those players that when she gets a hold of a ball, she gets a hold of a ball, folks. And that one, there was no doubt about that one. It was finding its way over the fence in left center field. And so that clears the bases for Katie Sullivan, who had a home run of her own in game one. Also had the walk-off RBI double in the fifth inning. Sullivan batting .400 now. And a swing and a miss there. She entered the day with only 2 hits on the season. She's already got 4. She's doubled that. Here coming into game 2. Fouls on back to the net. So in an 0-2 hole here. Sullivan lays off that low pitch down at her ankles. After Sullivan, it'll be Bree Murphy, followed by Bree Harris. And Sullivan lays off a high pitch there from Hardman, so that'll make the count 2-2 here. And this one hit out to the left side. And that one foul out of play as well, so Sullivan stays alive. Two-two pinch coming from Hartman. And Sullivan goes down looking with a nice fastball in the outside corner. So one down, that'll bring up Bree Murphy. Murphy had a pair of RBIs and a pair of hits in game one. And Murphy fouls that one back to the backstop. A 1 pitch misses outside. That last home run by Mangum, she's the 8th Cougar to hit one out already this year. Through 19 games. 1-1 pitch misses high. Harris lays off of it. Murphy not swinging at that one either. 3-1 count. Ball hit out into right center field. Could be trouble, but it is going to be caught by the right fielder. As Jocelyn Folkers made her way over there. She was sort of shading towards the gap. And the ball hung up a little too much for Murphy. And so that'll be the second out. That'll bring up Bree Harris. gets her first at bat of the day. She came in as a pinch runner in the bottom of the 5th in Game 1 and came around and scored the 7th of the 8 runs the Cougars scored. And looks at ball 1 here from Hartman. Harris, a junior, fouls that one out of play. Played her high school ball right down the road at Dan River High School, just outside of the city. His high school teammates with Casey Cook and Caitlin Ahern. One pitch in the dirt. And Harris lays off that pitch as Hartman's trying to nibble the outside corner. 3-1 now the count. And will be a walk here with 2 outs to Bree Harris, and that'll bring up Casey Cook.
Now batting number 17, Casey Cook.
So Cook at the plate. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Harris, no stolen base attempts on the year. Not a huge threat to run, although the Cougars are aggressive on the base paths. And a little check swing right back to the pitcher. They overthrow. That'll be an error. And Bree Harris going to make her way home, and she's going to score on the play. Cook goes over to third. So that's an unearned run, as it would have been the 3rd out. No RBI for Cook, unfortunately, but it is another run on the board for the Cougars. And Caitlin Ahern up at the plate with a runner at third base. So Ahern has her chance. That pitch misses outside. Kind of a neat thing. I was just talking about how all 3 of those were high school teammates, and now they actually all batted in a row. Harris, then Cook, then now Ahern. Ahern lays off that pitch outside. Ahern with 5 home runs on the year. Also with 3 triples and 7 doubles. This one hit out to second base. Fielded and throw over there by the second baseman, Brittany Franks, for the 3rd out, but not before the Cougars add another run in the frame after the Zamaya Mangum 2-run blast. They lead 3-0 through 2 innings. And we go to the top of the third inning here in game two. Averett with a 3-0 lead on Brevard after putting up 3 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Brevard will try to make some noise here, but so far Taylor Bailey's pitched pretty solid game, has 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. At the plate, leading things off will be Lauren Dow. Looks at ball 1. Showing bunt, but doesn't go around. Dow a slap hitter, so the infield on the corners coming in hard. And lays off that one, pitch high. 3-0 the count. It'll be Dow, Franks, then back to the top of the lineup with Presley here for Brevard in the top of the third. And a strike right down Main Street from Taylor Bailey. And another strike as Dow lays off the pitch, but it was in the zone. And now the count is full as Bailey tries to battle back here. And ball chopped over to Ahern, and what a play there by the third baseman. She had to hustle on that. Dow has some speed, and she fired that one over there at first base in time for the first out. So that'll bring up Brittany Franks. Franks came in as a defensive replacement in the first game, so getting the start here in game two. Normally an outfielder, but she's playing second base. Sophomore out of Belmont, North Carolina. First pitch a ball, second pitch also misses the zone, low and inside. So 2-0 the count. And that one fouled away by Franks. Bailey looks in, 2-1 the count. Here to Franks. And a chopper foul. That'll even the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch, and a swing and a miss. 5th strikeout of the day for Taylor Bailey. She only had 12 coming into the game, so she's feeling it today.
Now batting number 2, Olivia Presley.
And top of the lineup now with Olivia Presley and 2 outs. A little chopper over to third. That'll roll foul. And Presley lunges at that one and swings through it, so 0-2 the count. That one outside in the dirt. Maybe trying to get Presley to chase there. And Presley lays off that one, even the count of 2-2. That one misses, so runs the count full. And a swing and a miss there, and Bailey gets her second strikeout of the inning. She's got 2 strikeouts in each of the first 3 innings today, 6 total. And the Cougars still lead 3-0. We'll go to the bottom of the third when we come back.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Averett with a 3-0 lead on Brevard here in Game 2. Aaron Rankin will start the inning off here at the plate for the Cougars. And first pitch from Hartman is in there for strike 1. And that one shot foul, so 0-2 now to Rankin. So far, been a pretty victorious day for the Cougars. Obviously, softball won 8-0 in 5 innings in Game 1. A couple other wins for some other teams as that one misses low. Just got the score from Averett men's tennis. They won 9-0 over Greensboro College on the road. And Averett women's lacrosse also a 15-7 winner down at Huntington today. As Rankin hits that one opposite field, that could be trouble. Off the bottom of the wall, she'll get at least 3 out of it. And she will hold up there. A leadoff triple by Rankin gets the Cougars in business here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting number 15, Hannah Thompson.
So Hannah Thompson steps up to the plate, batting .345 on the year. Thompson had a 3-run bomb in Game 1, also had an RBI single. She went 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs in that first game. And this one, hot shot, and that's a hit, and that drives in a run. Emily White didn't have much of a shot of it. Playing right about bag level, maybe a step in. And the Cougars go up 4-0 here in Game 2. And Anna Coleman comes to the plate. One of her best friends at first base, Hannah Thompson. The Cougars would love to keep adding on some more runs here. This one hit out into right field. And a great play there by Franks to range out to right field and make that play. That's not an easy catch, and she was able to read that ball. Kind of floated up there. She was able to run underneath it for the first out. So that'll bring up Zamaya Mangum. Zamaya Mangum crushed a 2-run blast already in this game for her first career homer. And that looked like it might have had a shot, but she just got around on it too much. And a little bit too much underneath it. And it's just a foul ball over to the fence. The way she turned on it, that looked like it could have found the baseball field, but she got underneath it a little too much there and too far out in front. Just a long strike, so 0-1 the count. Mangum lays off that pitch for ball one. One pitch, misses. After Mangum, it would be Katie Sullivan due up. And Mangum fooled on the off-speed pitch. Got her with a changeup. And Hartman tries to go right back to the off-speed pitch, but lost control of it, and it was way outside and a little high. So 3-2 the count here to Maya Mangum. And Mangum goes down swinging on a good low pitch there by Hardman.
Now batting number 22, Katie Sullivan.
So Sullivan steps in. That pitch in the dirt. Thompson on her way down to second base. And it will be a wild pitch. Allows Thompson to get down into scoring position. Sullivan 0 for 1 here in game 2. Takes ball 2. And Sullivan gets a piece of that one, fouls it out of play. That pitch right at Sullivan's shins. Almost nicked her. So 3-1 the count here to Katie Sullivan. And she'll put that one through the right side. They'll send Thompson. No play at the plate, and it will be an RBI single by Katie Sullivan. That'll make it 5-1
Now batting number 11
for the Cougars.
Murphy.
And Bree Murphy steps in. And we may see some changes here as we're going to have Brevard coach Bob Lowe make his way out to the circle. Definitely going to talk about some things here. Oh, we've got a second. We'll take a look at Averett's schedule coming up. Obviously, Cougars travel to Eastern Mennonite tomorrow, but they have a very home-heavy schedule to finish out the year. Host Mary Baldwin on the 20th. Then they're at William Peace and at North Carolina Wesleyan next weekend, the 23rd and 24th, but then return home, play Meredith Methodist, go on the road at Pfeiffer on April 6th, then back here at their home field on April 7th in a non-conference game against Roanoke. And they're at Salem and then host Greensboro to finish off the regular season before the conference tournament starts. And the USA South Conference tournament a few weeks later than normal. They decided to move it back a little bit, so normally it's around April 15th-ish, give or take a few days, but the LaGrange, where it's going to be at the Spring Festival part, a few weeks after that, as Murphy takes ball 1. That pitch well out of the strike zone. Make it 2 balls, no strikes here to Bree Murphy. Of course, for softball, there is a first-round series, best of 3, in order to make it to the Spring Festival down in LaGrange. So teams don't automatically qualify for the big tournament. Three 3-0 the count here to Murphy. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk to the junior. And that'll bring up Bree Harris. Harris walked in her first at bat of the day. Harris does have 3 hits on the year, including a triple and a home run. And good cut there, but just underneath the pitch.
Now batting for Cougars number 5, Brianna Harris.
Harris lays off the off-speed pitch. Misses high in the zone, so 1-1 to count. 2 outs, so the runners will be going on anything hit. That one hit deep into left center field. That could be trouble. That's going to drop in on the warning track. Murphy going to be sent home, and she will get home standing up, and 2-run score on the 2-run double by Bree Harris.
Now batting number 17, Casey Cook.
That makes it 7-0 for the Cougars. And Casey Cook will step into the box with a chance to drive in another run with Harris in scoring position. Cook lays off that pitch, misses high. I'd say if the wind was blowing a little bit harder, that ball might have found its way out of Cougar Field. The wind is blowing from right to left, but not that strong of a gust, as Cook takes strike 1. That pitch missed for a ball, so 2-1 the count here to Cook. That pitch in the dirt. Bree Harris thought about going to third, but a good job by the catcher, Henson, to keep that ball in front of her. Three and 1 the count. Then as Cook can reach here, be back to the top of the lineup for Averett. And it will be a walk here to put 2 aboard for Caitlin Ahearn. Ahearn has not had the best of days, and by her standards, came in hitting 500 on the year, but has been held without a hit today. Combined 0 for 4 with a walk. I'd say she's probably due. Looks at ball 1 from Hardman. Ahearn, a junior, but she was the USA South Rookie of the Year. First team All-Conference as a freshman. Also the conference tournament MVP as a freshman, as the Cougars won the conference tournament. Last year, though, she had a stellar year, but didn't get any love in the all-conference voting. Ended up not making the all-conference team. which I thought was kind of a surprise. She drops this one in left center field. That'll score Harris from second base and makes it 8-0. So Aaron gets her first hit of the day, and it's an RBI single. And makes it an 8-run lead here for the Cougars. And that'll bring up Aaron Rankin. Two aboard here for Rankin if she can keep the inning going. That one airmailed to the backstop, and that'll allow the runners to move up a base. So now two runners in scoring position. And I believe we're going to have a pitching change. So that'll be the end of the day for Allie Grace Hartman in the circle. And they'll be bringing out Caitlin Farmer. Farmer, a freshman, has pitched one inning all year. Has allowed one hit, no runs. Does have one strikeout in that one inning. So this is only her second career appearance for the freshman out of Hanahan, South Carolina. So while she warms up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish up the bottom of the third inning. And welcome back. We go back to the bottom of the third inning where the Cougars have scored 5 runs here. 2 outs and runners on second and third for Aaron Rankin. New pitcher on the mound, in the circle. Caitlin Farmer, first pitch strike. She came in with a 1-0 count. And Rankin hits this one into right field. That could be trouble. It's going to drop in. That'll score 2 runs. Rankin on her way over to third. We'll see what that's ruled. Didn't look like Folkers got to that ball in time. She had a long way to go and drops in. We'll see what the call is. And it will be an error. So Thompson now at the plate. Certainly looked like Brevard could have made that catch. And I believe that's why it was ruled an error. 1-1 the count. That one misses. Cougars lead 10-0 here. Aaron Rankin at third base could make it 11. Thompson lays off the high pitch. Three and one the count. And that will get through. Thompson smokes it all the way. It'll roll all the way to the wall, and it'll be an RBI double. And Cougars feeling it offensively today. So 11-0 your score on the RBI double by Hannah Thompson. That'll bring up Anna Coleman. That pitch across for strike one. And Coleman turns on that one, but well out in front. 8 hits today for the Cougars, 11 runs scored so far. That pitch a little high. Coleman lays off of it. 1-2 the count. Chopper over to third base. And an easy play there for Emily White for the third out, but not before the Cougars played 8 runs in the inning, and they take command of this one.
Cougars in the bottom of the third, 8 runs on 6 hits.
We'll go to the 4th inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network.
Leading 11-0.
And welcome back. We got a couple changes here for the Cougars. So Kaylin Ahern is now on to pitch for the Cougars. Sorry, just trying to get everything straight here in the press box. So now on to pitch is Caitlin Ahern. She moves there from third base. Casey Cook moves from second to go to third base. Katie Sullivan moves from first base over to second base. And Nicole Coffin comes in place of Taylor Bailey in the flex spot, and she will play first. Also, we have another defensive change. Micah Patterson now playing left field in place of Zamaya Mangum. And first pitch from Ahern. Some heat past Sarah Lawyer. That ball popped up over towards third, and Cook makes the catch, calls off Thompson.
Now batting number 7, Michaela McCoy.
So the one away, that'll bring up Michaela McCoy. That one across the plate, so 1-1 the count. That pitch misses inside corner. And that one hit out to left field. And that'll actually break up the no-hitter.
Now batting number 14, Mary Cook.
And we're going to have a pinch runner. It will be number 1, Summer Wilson, coming on to run.
Pinch running for the Tornadoes, number 1, Summer Wilson.
And this one hit deep. And it was a hit off the fence by Mary Cook. Got a hold of that one. Almost looked like it was going to find its way out of here. Ball popped up behind the plate. Oh, 1 count. Slow roller out to shortstop. They'll flip, get one, and that'll be it. So fielder's choice for Emily White will erase 1 runner, but runners on the corners here with 2 out. That'll bring up Jocelyn Folkers. Check swing, and she went around, says the home plate umpire. That one misses wide. One pitch. Paul popped up over our heads in the press box. Check swing, they're going to check down, and they're going to say she did go around, and it is a strikeout. And so that'll strand the runner at third base. For the Tornadoes, one of their best scoring opportunities today through both games. And that'll be it for the top of the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Averett leads Brevard 11-0 here in Game 2.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Micah Patterson stepping in for her first at-bat of the day. After coming in as a defensive replacement in the top half of the inning, Patterson did get some action in game one as a pinch runner and came around and scored. And looks at a strike. Patterson scored what was the seventh run back in the first game of the day. Pops this one up right behind the plate and caught by Henson. Good alert play there by the Tornadoes catcher. So with one away, that'll bring up Katie Sullivan. Sullivan having a solid day. And looks at strike one. Sullivan 1 for 2 here in game two with a run batted in. Looks at strike two on the outside corner. That pitch in the dirt. One, two. Sullivan lays off that pitch low. 2-2 now the count. And Sullivan goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Bree Murphy here with 2 outs.
Brianna Murphy.
Murphy with a walk today, also scored a run. Looks at strike one. She also flew out in this game. Had 2 hits in game one as well with 2 runs batted in. This one hit over to White. And for the most part, White has been pretty solid over at third base today, and she makes another solid play there for the third out. So the Cougars held off the scoreboard in the bottom of the fourth, but they lead 11-0, and they are 3 outs away from possibly ending this game in 5 innings. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Pinch hitter here for Brevard. First pitch from Ahern, misses low and inside. Can't tell you who it is yet because we don't have a number 18 on the roster. That one misses inside as well. Brevard has a couple of jersey situations where people wear different numbers depending on the jersey, so that's why it's a little different from the normal roster. Anyway, ball hit out to short. Thompson, long throw to first in time for the 6-3 putout, and that'll put the Cougars a little bit closer. So that was actually Kendall Bracken was the pinch hitter. So she grounds out to shortstop. She was pinch hitting for Marissa Henson, the catcher. So that'll bring up with one out, Lauren Dow. Dow, little slap hit out to center field, and that'll drop in. Not much you can do about that for the Cougars, and she will reach here with a one-out single.
Now batting number 10, Brittany Franks.
That'll bring up Brittany Franks. Strike right down the middle from Ahern. That pitch inside. Ball fouled back to the net. One and two the count. Ball popped up in foul territory. Coleman calls everybody off, makes the catch for the second out. And I believe we're going to have another pinch hitter. Olivia Presley had grabbed a bat and was making her way to the box, but time was called, and it looks like we're going to have somebody else come hit. And it looks like it's going to be Summer Alexander.
Pitch hitting for Brevard, number 22.
Alexander, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So with two away, the Tornadoes send up a pinch hitter against Ahern. Ahern, good fastball in the inside corner for strike one. I believe that hit Alexander, so we're going to have a pinch runner. So Savannah Jones will come out and pinch run. Sarah Lawlier steps in with two runners on. That one fouled away. Brevard needs 4 runs in order to keep this game going. Have to be within 8 runs. And a swing and a miss there. Good pitch by Aaron. Has Lawyer in an 0-2 hole. That pitch misses high. And time called. And it's going to be a ball, a time violation. I believe that's the first time in 11 years covering softball I've ever seen that. And so 3-2 the count. That ball fouled off to the left side. Well, you're able to get around on it pretty quickly. Ball popped up over towards first base. Coughlin makes the catch in foul territory for the third out, and that'll be it here in the top of the fifth inning. And that's going to be ball game, folks, as the Cougars take game 2 11-0 after winning 8-0 in game 1. So the Cougars pick up 2 wins here against Brevard. And Averett improves to 13-6 overall. Brevard drops to 8-13. And the Cougars have won 4 in a row. And they'll take that winning streak to Eastern Mennonite tomorrow when the Cougars play up there at 1 p.m. in Harrisonburg, Virginia, in a non-conference game against Eastern Mennonite. So that'll be it for us here at Cougar Field. Thanks for joining us for today's doubleheader. I'd like to remind you, if you want to see stats from today's game or recaps, photos, all of the above, go to averettcougars.com. We'll have them up in a little bit. Also, be sure to follow us at Averett U Cougars on social media. For everybody here at Averett, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time, and as always, go Cougars.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.